Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am back with my AM skincare routine. So this is me fresh out of bed. The only thing I have done is wash my face at the sink. I'll talk about what that is. I feel like this is a little more straightforward than my PM skincare routine. Maybe not. It may even have like an extra step in it. I guess why I say I feel like it's a little more straightforward is because I really do not deviate from these products. Like, I don't really switch them up at all. So it doesn't take me long at all. I mean, I can get this done in like, I don't know, probably 5 minutes tops. I do it for the very second I wake up before I even leave my room. And then I am ready for my day. So let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, so the cleanser that I use most often in the morning, and yes, I do cleanse my face every morning. Therefore, a few years ago, I would not use a cleanser. I would just go straight in with my toner. And while I didn't have any real adverse side effects from that, I do feel like once I started using a cleanser in the morning, my skin just looked a little bit better. So I do use a cleanser, and I have been using for at least 2 bottles worth, and this one's almost gone, the Sanita's Milk and Honey Cleanser. This has been a favorite of mine. I mean, if you went back and looked at skincare videos from me from years ago, you would see this in those routines. It's just a really nice, creamy, moisturizing cleanser that does a really good job at cleansing your skin, but it also smells phenomenal. So I love Sanita's, and I really adore this cleanser. So that's the only thing that I have done so far. The next thing is going to be a repeat from my PM skincare routine, where I'm going to take my Revision Soothing Facial Rinse as my toner. And this is less to do about making sure, obviously, that there's any makeup left on my face, and more just to kind of prep the skin for the next products. Add a little bit of moisture back into my skin. I mean, I feel like I don't even really need a reason to use this product because it's so fabulous. I just love it so much. But I think even like through the camera, you'll be able to see that that added some nice moisture to my face, but it's not tacky. It sinks in really quickly. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is add my growth factor. So no matter what growth factor I am using, I always make that my first step in my morning routine. I've had people ask me why I don't use growth factor at night. I just tend to like my tretinoin to be the main active that I use at night, and then just have my other serums just be, you know, the rescue elastin or the Definosh just be nice peptide serums, you know, anti-aging. I don't want to say basic because they're absolutely not basic, but they don't have a lot of actives. Hence the reason I use acids on nights I don't use tretinoin. So I choose to use my growth factors in the morning. You could definitely use them morning and night, or you could just use them at night. My favorite growth factor of all time used to be the NeoCutis Biofirm, which I will link down in the description box as well. I also like the new Skin Medica TNS, but this one outranks them both by a landslide for me and my skin, and it's the Neogenesis Recovery Serum. Now, I've done a whole video on Neogenesis. They have stem cell technology in almost all of their products. This has the most percentage of that technology in it. I believe this is 70% of the technology. It's also the most expensive serum. The booster serum is the next dense in the technology, and it is also hydrating. It has added hyaluronic acid in it. I love that one as well, but I really love the Recovery just because it's the most potent of all of them. I don't think any products that you get from them you're going to be disappointed with, but the Recovery is what I choose to use. This is the 10 ml pump. They also have a 30 ml pump, and they have like a little 5 ml trial size. I like this. It's just the same exact dispenser as the eye serum, and you just need 1 pump. So it's easy to not put out too much. Now, typically I will spray between serums, but when I, you know, do this step, my face is still kind of moisturized from the toner, and this, oh y'all, it just feels good. And I'm telling you, if I have a breakout, or I don't know, if my skin just feels dull, this just saves the day for me. If I run out of this, now there is a little indicator on the side that shows you how much you have left, but if I'm not paying attention and if I run out of it before I've had a chance to order more and I'm kind of in that interim, I'll use one of my other growth factor serums. And while they're great, I can feel that I'm missing this. My skin can feel that I'm missing this. And I can't say that for a ton of products. I mean, I have a few that I can say that with, but there's just something about that I just don't want to be without. It's so good. Okay, my next step is vitamin C. And this trifecta is not new to my routine. In fact, I believe I have been using this for, oh my goodness, 3 or 4 years. I would have to go back and check, but this is from Truth Treatments. Again, it's not going to change. I love skincare. I love trying new things, but I have found routines that just work for my skin. I'm very happy with where I'm at right now. So I'm not even really tempted to change much. And this, I don't know that I'll ever be tempted to change. And that's my vitamin C. It is the transdermal C serum. So this is a tetrahexadecyl exorbate form. I was going to say type, the same thing, form of vitamin C. Now, there are going to be people out there who say that does not do anything. You have to have the most pure form of L-absorbic acid for it to do anything for your skin. Well, again, skincare is very personal because I have used many LAA acids or serums in the past, and while they're fine and they're great and they do good things for the skin, they don't do as much as this does for my skin. This is also very stable, whereas the L-absorbic acids tend to change very quickly. They can oxidize, and once they do that, they can actually be more harmful to the skin. So it's, a little fine line that you walk with those kind of acids. And this one just works. It just works, y'all. I don't know what else to say. It just works. I've had people tell me it didn't work for their skin. I've had many more tell me that it did, and they love it. So you can use it by itself, but it really does. It's like an oil-based product. So it really does need some kind of carrier to make sure it sinks into your skin the best. So they recommend using the biometric mineral mist. Now, I do not think that you have to use this mist. If you have another mist, you could definitely use that. I have done that in the past and I have not seen any different results. But I do like this. This is my small one. I have a couple of big sizes that I just kind of refill this one because I use this in multiple steps. And I also like to add the hyaluronic mineral hydrator to it. And this is what they call the trifecta. They sell it as a trifecta. You can get everything in different sizes and separately as well. So what I do is I take 2 pumps of the mineral mist, 1 pump of the hydrator, and then 2 drops of the vitamin C. That is all you need. And then I will apply this to the skin. Now, that vitamin C is not cheap. Okay, I'm going to tell you. It is, I believe it's like $1.99. I do have a 20% off code, so nobody should ever have to pay full price. But even then, it's not cheap. I totally understand. However, both Chad and I use this. And this bottle, with me alone, will last me a year. And with Chad and I both using it, will last us between 6 and 8 months. To me, when you break that down, it's so worth it, especially since a lot of the L-absorbic acid serums that I've used in the past last me about 3 months before they turn, because I don't know how long they've been sitting on the shelf before I purchased them. I'm having to repurchase that. So really, I was buying like 4 of those a year versus 1 of these. It ends up being cheaper for me to use this. And again, it's just something my skin loves. Now, it is completely sunken in. I've had people say that it's very tacky on their skin, and that to me is where the mist comes in. I really do think you need some kind of mist because it is such a thick, viscous product to mix with it to carry it and help it sink down in the skin to where it's not tacky. Now, my next step is very extra. You absolutely do not need to do this, but I like a lot of moisture in my skin. And because I have the products, I use them. And so I use an additional hyaluronic acid serum. And I have been using, in fact, I keep waiting for this to run out. And it's like the product that keeps on giving. This is the Chantecaille Blue Light Protection Hyaluronic Serum. I actually have one of these in backup as well. I really like this. It's a gel consistency. I do feel that your skin needs to be damp, or you at least need to mix your hyaluronic serum with a moisturizer or a mist of some sort, not a moisturizer, so that it has somewhere to sink into. When you think about like a desert floor, right? When it's really dry and it's all cracked, and the dirt's like not even together anymore. That's how dry it is. And when it rains, it kind of rolls off, right? It's just so dry, it can't even absorb the water for quite a while. When it's damp and it rains, it just sinks right in. So that's kind of like how I like to think of skin and products and hyaluronic acid. Plus, hyaluronic acid pulls moisture either from the air or from the skin. So if you live in a very dry environment, it's very important to make sure your skin is damp before you apply, and also follow with a moisturizer. So I just take 2 more pumps of my biometric mineral mist, and then I'll take, well, it looked like 2 pumps because it's almost gone. It was 2 half pumps. 1 full pump of the Chanticleer, and rub that on my skin. So you see, I'm taking it a little bit on my jawline, a little bit on my neck, but I'm gonna use this a neck cream. So that's why I'm not really going there. And I've had people ask me why I don't put all of my products under my eyes. You most definitely can put this vitamin C under the eyes. I would not recommend that for a lot of other L-ascorbic acid vitamin Cs. You most definitely can with this one. But again, I like to reserve that area for my eye creams, which is my next step. This is also kind of a little extra process. Definitely don't need both these steps. This is the Chanticleer Nano Gold Energizing Eye Serum. So they sent me over a large package of skincare back in February, and those are the products I'm still working on. That's how long they last. This one is in a roller ball. I do feel like I kind of need to prime it on my hands first, but the roller ball stays cold. It feels so good on the under eyes. This has peptides. It's got fruit extracts. It's got a depuffing complex in it. And I just like to roll that on and then just gently tap it in the eye. Sinks in real fast. And I kind of think of this as like a primer to my eye cream. Again, it's not necessary, but I have it and I like it. This is the Chanticleer Stress Repair Concentrate. Now, out of all, and they sent me so much good skincare. This might be my favorite out of all of it. And I don't know if you can see because it's so blown out anytime I try to show anything white, but I don't have but maybe 5 or 6 days left in this, and it makes my heart sad. But I have been using it almost daily since February, if that tells you anything. It lasts forever. I know it's Chanticleer, so it's not cheap, but this is a caffeinated eye cream, and it has algae, it has wild indigo extract, bell pepper stem cell extract, which is rich in peptides, anti-wrinkle hexapeptide, refining lipopeptide, bionymph peptide stem cells extract, orange flower water. Like there's so many good things, but I'm telling you, I think it's the caffeine and the depuffing peptides in here that work wonders. In the morning, it just makes my under eyes look so awake. So I just take a tiny amount, and like a tiny amount, you don't need much. Warm it up between my ring fingers and again, just pat it in. The Elastin eye cream I showed in my nighttime routine can also be used in this step. And I don't know, I think my favorites went up before this. So that LMS eye cream that I talked about in my favorites, most definitely one that I will be using in the morning. I love it. I just have not had it for very long, and I would be not telling the truth if I did not talk about this because I love it. Okay, now we need a moisturizer to kind of set everything in, and I'm going to use the Neogenesis Barrier Renewal Cream. This is my daily moisturizer in the morning. It's a little bit lighter than the Intense Moisturizer I showed at my nighttime routine, and it is just, I think this is my 3rd bottle of it. It's just so nice. It's very lightweight, but it is also very moisturizing. And it feels so good on the skin. And y'all, it's Neogenesis, so you can't go wrong. And now I'm going to do the same night cream I used in my PM. Neck cream. The Revision Neck to Firm Advanced. I just heard the coffee beeping, so I need to hurry up because I need some caffeine. Even though it's 9:30, y'all. We lounge around on the weekends when we don't have anything to do, and it's fabulous. And then I just like to take my fingers, and my jaw is always really tight. I am a grinder. I'm a teeth grinder. I've been told I have the molars of an 80-year-old, and I have ground through acrylic night guards before. And so my jaw is always very tense in the morning. So doing this feels so good. And it just feels so good. I have a lot of tension that I don't even realize until I start doing that. Okay, final and most important step of any skincare routine. I cannot enforce this enough. I don't care if you go out and buy a CeraVe cleanser and moisturizer, and that's the only two things you do in the morning. Please do not miss your SPF step. I wear it 365 days a year. I wear it when I know I'm not leaving the house. I wear it if it's raining. I wear it if it's 5 degrees outside. I wear it if it's 105 degrees outside. I wear it every day, and I cannot stress enough to everyone watching this that it is a necessity to do so. Not only to help fight those lines and wrinkles because the sun is the worst ager in the world, but to protect yourself from skin cancer. Chad just got a very large piece of skin cancer taken out from his back. Luckily, they found it and it hadn't spread, but it was bad, and 25 stitches in his back. So his scar is like that big. And y'all, it's just not to be messed around with. Please wear the sunscreen. So I'm going to show you the two that I wear the most, and then I'm actually going to use one today that I've never used before. Y'all are going to be my first impression audience. Okay, Elta MD. It's in every single video. I mean, I feel like it's in every single empties video. It's one of my, it is my favorite brand of SPF. Now, I love the UV Restore, and I used that for about a year once it launched. And I go between that and the Elements. Right now, I'm back to my Elements. This is the UV Elements Broad Spectrum SPF 44. I do only personally wear physical sunscreen. So it's either going to be zinc oxide or zinc and titanium mixed. And I love this one. It's just a go-to. Chad has his own bottle now. He uses it every day. It gets messy on the cap, but I don't even care. Now this one is from Elastin. This is the Hydrotint Pro Mineral. This is my third tube of this, and I already have one on backup. This is more of, like the Elta has a tint, but this is more of a tint. If I can find it in my viewfinder. This is what I like to wear on days where I'm not going to mess with makeup, because it's almost like a tinted moisturizer. It gives nice light coverage. It is only one shade. I feel like I've heard them talk about doing more shades, so hopefully that's going to come out. This is SPF 36, and when I use this, and it's only going to be my makeup, I'll put it on my eyelids. I put it under my eyes as my concealer. I love it. So when I travel, this is typically what I take, because I'll slap this on, and then if I'm actually going to do makeup, I might put like a powder foundation on top of it or something. But love that one so much. I'm going to try this new one that I got from Supergoop, and it's their Mineral Matte Screen. Talked about since changing my thyroid medication that I feel like my skin's gotten a little oilier. It's not enough to like change up my skincare routine, but I figured I would try some matte sunscreen. So this one has the same texture. It's the first time I'm trying it, y'all. And I'm using my big mirror back here, so sorry. Oh, wow. It's the same texture as the SkinCeuticals that I talked about in my last favorites. It goes on even silkier than that. Wow. It's got, I feel like we've probably all felt what these mousse sunscreens feel like. Sometimes, products like this will, oh, wow, y'all. I'm looking in my back mirror. Will kind of pill up on the skin, especially right after skincare, but this is not doing that. It's going on really nicely. And you can see it had a tint, but it's not giving me coverage. Like it's not that kind of tint, even though it looks like it when you squeeze it out. But y'all, this is good stuff. I'll let you know. I'll put down in the comments how it warmed her makeup, because I am going to do makeup today. Now, once I do my makeup, if I were going to go outside and still wear this shirt, which I'm probably not because this is like a sleep shirt, I would put more sunscreen like on my chest. But I do put it on my face and neck regardless at the beginning of the day. And then the only other thing is my Laneige lip balm. If I know I'm going straight into makeup, like right after I do my skincare, I won't do this part because I'll end up just putting lipstick right over it. But there's often times where I do my skincare and I get the girls up for school and I get them ready and I take them to school and I come back and then I do my makeup. So I need some moisturization on the lips. So that's it. That is my morning skincare routine. I am ready for makeup or I am ready for not makeup, but you better believe I'm putting brows on no matter what. Y'all don't leave the house without brows on because nobody needs to see this, even though I'm putting it on the internet for the world to see. I just don't have any brows. The way it is. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know and everybody else know your favorite morning skincare product, what you absolutely cannot live without. And be sure and check out the description box for all the links and discount codes. Thank y'all so much for watching. Be sure and like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. I hope you're staying happy, healthy, safe, and sane, and that most of all, you go out and have a very blessed day.